are joined by two incredibly special guests. We are, in fact, joined by We Are Scientists. How are you guys doing?
We're all right.
We're great.
Yeah.
Are you having a good festival so far?
I'm freaking out. It's a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah, I'm a little...
Good? I don't know. I can't even digest what I've been experiencing.
Any particular highlight? I mean, I know you guys have been a band for quite some time now. Like, any particular highlight of this moment, well, any highlights of this festival that stand out to you so far in all your festival experiences?
For us being on live radio with the opportunity to say just what the heck ever is a highlight. The temptation is great.
Yeah, I can see you're making our producer a little bit nervous. with
and
30
that's
seconds.
the highlight, making him sweat. Making him
you
sweat.
could just say whatever and he's just
I mean,
there.
there's just no limit.
With as many years as we've been playing music at the level we have, transgression has been breached 1,000 times. There's almost no thrill in it anymore.
Yeah.
But watching a man on the verge of collapse at our power, well, feels pretty good.
It feels great.
To answer your question, it feels pretty special.
We had a French leave-in before you guys, who are massive fans, by the way, and they'd only just came on stage, so their lead singer was sweating straight from the ground. It's like the roles have reversed now, that us in the studio are now here sweating.
Yes, that's our habit. Everywhere we go, we like to reverse the roles. That's
Because you guys like to put a bit of comedy in with your shows, don't you?
we don't like it, but we do feel compelled to.
Well, and I think most people end up remembering it as comedy because they chuckle nervously the entire time we're around. It's more of a terror, I think, we bring.
So it's reeling back to the whole we can say anything we want to. It's more of a nervous laughter from everyone in the studio going, please don't get us taken off air.
Yeah.
So is this your first time in Leicester then?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no. Multiple shows at Charlotte.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've been back to Leicester since. I know we've played 2 shows at the Charlotte.
Yeah.
Years and years.
It has
probably
been
2005.
Yeah.
Is that still there? Is that still a place? Do you know?
I believe
It
so.
is. We've been told yes. I've not been there personally, but it reopened.
Oh, hey.
It was closed down
nice.
and then reopened again.
Okay.
That's how long
That's the Leicester spirit that has carried the Foxes as far as they've gone.
Bringing it back to the festival itself, have you guys? Are there any bands you're really looking forward to seeing this weekend, or have you seen any already that you're particularly impressed by?
Well, unfortunately, our schedule is tight enough that we're seeing almost not. I'm not even seeing We Are Scientists. I'm seeing Chris Kane of We Are Scientists, and that's about all I'm seeing.
You're seeing the audience of We Are Scientists.
I'll be seeing.
It's a fair part of the experience,
and hey, presumably every other band at the festival will be in that audience, so I'll be seeing every band.
We've had quite a few bands in here that've been like, I can't wait to see We Are Scientists tonight, and we've our very own producer. I'm gonna call her out on this one. She's listening in from back home. She can't be here at the moment, but is a massive fan. As soon as we found out we'd be interviewing you guys, she was just going, oh my God, please get me something signed. So, do you reckon we'd be able to cheekily gonna put this on there? Do you reckon we'd be able to get something signed for Laura later on?
Sure.
I don't
I
like
will.
that kind of desperation.
I like to feed it. That's my approach.
Just keep her waiting, lure her in.
Yeah, and if I can be honest, I do a pretty good Keith Murray autograph impersonation. It's been passed off more than once.
It's gotten me into a lot of trouble.
It's almost authentic at this point.
Yeah, I've signed confessions in third world countries.
I know you guys said you have a tight schedule. I'm guessing that's whilst you're over here in the UK, because I've heard you're going back over to America after, I believe it's Live at Leeds. Are you heading back over?
We have a couple more shows next week. Yeah, we do Live at Leeds, then we're in Glasgow for another festival, and then we have Manchester, London, and Brighton shows. Then back to the States for a couple weeks of touring there, then back over here to Europe, and we just ping-pong across the Atlantic for the next few months.
If what you're suggesting is that there's any relaxation in our future, you're dead wrong, and you're not terribly intuitive.
It's more so. Are you guys in the middle of a tour at the moment? Is this a stop on your tour? Are you pretty much kicking it off with Leicester?
No, this is a stop. Don't you dare presume this is the kickoff. No, yeah, we're a weekend at this point, so it's very near the beginning of 5 months or so.
I do have the feeling we're really gonna kick it off with Leicester.
There's no question in my mind.
Yeah. Oh.
It's gonna be out. Yeah, I just wanted to hear you say it first.
Looking into some of the things you guys have done in the past, I was particularly intrigued in something called Steve Wants His Money. Would you be able to tell us a little bit more about that?
Steve Wants His Money was a short series we made for MTV here, which featured two very handsome, charismatic characters named Keith and Chris, played by us.
Pretty much based on us,
yeah,
really.
They were written for us, I think, by us. And it just featured us trying to swindle, cultural notables out of their money to pay off a loan shark named Steve.
It's an interesting concept for a show. Honestly, that might be on my list of things to watch at the moment after everything else that's currently pushing back all the work I have to do, and I'm sifting my way through Netflix slowly. But
you do have to have access to YouTube in order to watch it.
So I need to have an internet connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
It's time
know
to step
someone,
up your media game.
or know
for sure.
someone who does. Yeah.
It's you have internet connection, do you?
Perfectly, yeah.
I can go around yours. It'll be
straight
fine.
after
Great.
this.
Yeah, you guys
Straight
can go watch
after
it.
we finish Handmade Festival, we'll make sure we catch the set first.
Yeah,
We've got to catch the set first.
We'd like that.
But just to discuss that, how was it different filming TV to music? Did it feel weird doing the transition between the two, really?
It's completely different because recording an album is done, in the pressure's not on. No one's watching. You're in a studio. You do take after take after take, and you have far more time to spend on things like the tone of a snare than really you should have. Like you can spend an entire day getting a snare tone right, which is just kind of sick. I mean, it's not. Humans should not be using their time this way. Whereas TV, you've got enough people standing around with cameras, and you've sort of rented locations, and things kind of have to happen in an hour or two, and whatever happens, you're going to end up using what you got on film. And oftentimes it's not what you ideally would have gotten.
in our experience.
in our limited experience,
A little bit of a hint that you'd have liked things to go in a slightly different direction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
You see, you mentioned like working in a studio. I've read that a fair few of your songs, or at least songs in particular, have been written with the intention of being performed live. It's a really interesting direction to take it, because I know quite a lot of artists these days that they'll write a song, it'll be produced, possibly overproduced, and live it's almost not what you'd expect. But was it like performing a song that's almost been written for a performance?
Easy.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Yeah.
And because we love a good challenge, we've moved away from that philosophy we once espoused. Now we make it as difficult as possible for three men to play something live. And therefore, when we pull it off night after night,
To our own amazement, even.
yeah, the rush is still there.
Yeah.
We're as surprised as anyone, frankly.
Yeah.
So your set then will consist of songs that were some songs that are designed to be performed live, and some that were written for a studio-based environment.
I mean, I think it's more about how you end up producing and arranging them, like what you end up putting on the album, on the CD. Does it sound like three dudes with three instruments, or can you hear, a string section and a bunch of synthesizers and chipmunks chattering and, the fountain in Central Park and stuff like that? Yeah. That's harder to reproduce.
Just to
obviously.
cite our own records.
Yeah. To cite a couple of things that are on every track of our new record.
The fountains of
Seltzer.
Central Park are on every single record you've produced.
They're back. Oftentimes we sort of push the levels way down, but it's always
sometimes
there.
they're loud enough that they have to be listed as a featured performer in the title of the song.
Yeah.
But at least half the times they're quiet enough that you just only are pleasantly you feel them in the track rather than pay sole attention to them.
Yeah.
You mentioned Central Park. You met in California, am I right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
What inspired you to move to New York? to take your music to a completely different part of the
It's the Big
country.
Apple. I mean, if you can make it there, and we learned this from Crocodile Dundee. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
We had a lot of conversations while we were in California, where we thought to ourselves, what level of achievement will we actually feel if we make it here in California?
Very low.
Yeah. If we make it here, we still don't know if we can make it